Yep, we have here Deepa PMP, who recently cleared Project Management Professional Certification. First of all, congratulations, Deepa, for your grand
Thanks,
success.
Shriram.
Great. So good wishes from ShriLearning and team. A lot of people looking for how to achieve this. So when I say how to achieve this, of course you have to read, you have to prepare. But how to read, how to prepare on this tight-packed lifestyle with your personal and professional, right? All factors are there. So good wishes to you, and also you can give some tips which can help people.
Yes, sure. Yeah. So I started, or I kind of decided I'll be doing PMP by beginning of this year. So that's around Jan. So initially the same syllabus was till June end. So I thought I have 6 months of time and that's good enough. Um, so I didn't join to your course or any of the mentors at the beginning. So I started reading by myself. And of course when I read through online and everyone saying it was PMBOK. So I started with PMBOK, and my reading speed was damn slow because the PMBOK is a kind of collection of definitions. I would say it kind of didn't really help me to link what I was reading. But I was thinking, like, once I finish this book, I'll have a like overall idea or something. So I kept pushing myself. I finished PMBOK. I knew by end of that I knew overall idea, but I still wasn't confident. Like I understand anything. Then the lockdown started by end of March. So I think that was a kind of positive as well as negative, what I can say. The positive factor was, I can just keep my book open or videos open on another monitor and listen simultaneously, which I could not have done during office time. Uh, so the negative thing, it's not negative. I would say managing everything was a little challenging, um, because I have an elderly person in the home, and with the things that was happening, and there were positive cases within our apartment. So that was more tensed, and everything started consuming a lot of time. If you buy anything from outside, I have to spend 1 hour for cleaning those, keeping out, those kind of, even though I was saving traveling time, it was like rest of the other things were consuming lot of time. So what you prepare, I mean, even cleaning the house, because no helpers were allowed. So yes, so it was good and a bad in a way. um, but yeah, one thing that kind of helped me was, when you decide a date, and luckily the syllabus got, I mean, the same exam pattern got extended till end of this year. So I was under a lot of pressure because I just have 2 months or 2.5 months. I'm still not confident in a position to write the exam, and I didn't wanted to waste the exam money which I had paid, or the membership money, or I didn't want to postpone either, because how much of time you give, the studying consumes that much of time. So even if you postpone it, you end up, you know even the result is same, you end up spending a lot of time. So one thing that helped me was, I decided a date. So that helps to prioritize things. So when I saw WhatsApp, everyone was baking cake, everyone was doing one or the other thing. But yes, I also wanted to do that, but I didn't want to waste time on that. Yeah, it's fine. So you prepare food what you want to eat on daily basis. You don't have to prepare anything fancy or do anything fancy. Just do, and spend your time on studying, or reading things. And and it is also important that you tell your family members or your close friends that you're writing exam and when is your exam, so they kind of cooperate with you. And like, yeah, my husband and my in-laws were pretty supportive. So was my friends. So when they know, hey, Deepa has exam this month, let's not plan anything, or let's not go to or disturb her. So it's that what I felt. You should inform people. You can't just keep hiding that, hey, I'm writing exam, I'll not tell anyone. So if you tell, it's actually they kind of support you, help you.
But many
And
think that if you tell to your friends, it becomes a pressure. So they
yes,
keep
it is. Yeah, so it is. But you should know whom to tell. You can't just go and tell to everyone in the office, hey, I'm writing exam. But the people who spend a lot of time together, and if they understand, they don't disturb you a lot, or they don't make plans including you, or
perfect.
so.
Sounds good.
So, and yeah, when your exam date is fixed, your priorities will be set properly. If you don't have exam date set, you end up wasting time, which may not be necessary at that moment. So fix a date, and your rest of the schedule will fall in place.
Right.
Is what my personal thing is. And yeah, when it come to books which I referred, was, as I said, I read PMBOK in the beginning, but I would not suggest that to anyone. So start with either Rita Mulkai or The Head First. So because that helps you to understand the concepts, and they are kind of user or reader friendly books, what I can say, but not definitely PMBOK at the first. But once you finish those books, yes, you can go through PMBOK. So I feel reading two books is quite important or necessary, along with then I enrolled for the PO in the mid, because there were a lot of discussions on the center-based exam or the online exam. So I kind of needed a mentor or someone I can talk, because internet has a lot of information. So even if you start reading, everyone has a positive and a negative view about everything. So that's when I came across your ShriLearning. Then I enrolled for PO. That's where I got recorded sessions of your classes and the materials, and I got added to the groups. So that was helpful. I did go through your all the videos, so it helped me to understand the track, how we are supposed to read, and how it is easy to understand. So I was reading Rita Mulka and listening to your videos parallelly. So your videos and then reading the chapters.
Right.
Uh, yes. So yeah, at the beginning while I was reading, I was not solving a lot of questions. So the 10 questions that were shared in the group, so those were the only 10 questions per day I used to solve. Because I did take initial mock exam that is scheduled, and I scored really less in that. So it's good in a way. You study once, then you take the questions, rather than spending a lot of questions when your basics are not clear, right? So so once I studied both the books and your records, then I stopped studying the books. I only started solving the questions. So it
Yeah.
kind of helps. Yeah.
Right.
So the one thing that, yeah.
Just want to check out when you started reading. So per day, how many hours you have to put in or a consistent way?
Yes. So I'm not definitely a morning person. So and because I do have kind of late evening calls, I work for EMEA region. So my all calls and everything is to get over by 8. So 8 to 9 is to be my dinner and little walk or little refreshment, and 9 to 10:30 daily. So 1.5 hour is to be my study time. And I try to, spend daily 1.5 hour, but few days, yes, I couldn't. But yeah, but that was kind of my prime time, where I used to feel I'm more concentrated and I could study a lot of things. So fixing that time also does make sense, is what I feel like. You have to fix your time and try to study at that time every day, so your
Right.
mind automatically adjusts to that.
Right. Right.
So
That's
and
pretty
and during weekends I used to spend more time, like 3 to 4 hours.
perfect. Perfect. Sounds really good. Because many get a feel that I have read 18 hours kind of thing. But the way consistently 1.5 hours or 2 hours makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, that's a really good message. Great. So we got about the books, we got about the number of hours to read. When you went to the real exam, what was it the way it expected was there, or something you felt high, low? What was your feel there?
Okay. So I was solving prepcast. I was solving them knowledge wise, or the chapter wise as well. So what I felt was, the questions I could find them similar, but the options were more challenging. In the prepcast, it was relatively simpler to rule out two options and to decide between them. But in the real exam, the question or the content, I could find similarities, but the options were more confusing. And
Yeah.
I would say it was tad bit higher than the prepcast, and they have a PMI sample exam, so that kind of helped. That kind of gave a
Got it.
reality check, like, yeah. So uh,
Everybody has the same stuff when they will go to main exams. They question is able to understand, but can't relate that question with that answer because the answers will be jumbled like
yeah, it
answers will be very close. Okay, high difference will be there, but within that 1 minute, finding that is really a challenging stuff. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. So when I was reading questions, so I used to have a back of mind, hey, this is a change request question, so issue log, those kind will be an answer. But if you do it for, there's no clue of any of the things which I was thinking. So actually the options were like a little difficult, and they were from, you have to think that not like a traditional way, a different way. Then
Perfect. Perfect. Good. So you have an index in your mind, right? Whenever you see a question, you mark it.
yes. After solving many questions, when I start reading a question, I used to get a hint that, this is from this, this can be 3, 4 options I used to get, hey, this can be answer. Most of the things, yes, there was there, but like, yeah, many used to not even near to any of the things which I had taught. So
It's something like a smelling sense. After years of eating food,
yes.
when you have some, okay, it should be butter naan is getting ready.
Yeah, something similar.
You're
Yes.
indexing it.
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. So how you did the exam? At home or at the center? How you did?
I, I, I I took from home because the place where I stay, there are quite good number of first cases, and it is not really safe to go. And I just didn't want to put myself in a situation where the
Uh,
exam date is there and I'm not unable to go there. So I took it from online. It was pretty smooth. So I would say if your internet connection is stable, it's fine to take it from home.
right, right. Even though some has a worry that can I take from home? What if my laptop goes down? Internet goes down? There are questions are there, but I see some are getting problem. Majority of them not getting any problem. It's working smooth. So if you
Yes.
take the break, right? That 10 minutes break, what they give.
Yes. So after you reach 90 questions, so you have to submit the questions, irrespective whether you want to take break or you don't want to take break. So after 90 questions, you have to submit them, and there's an optional option of taking 10 minutes break. So if you opt for it, the counter starts for 10. So within 10 minutes, you're supposed to come. Even if you're late, the exam will start. It won't wait for you to come.
Ah,
So
that's interesting. Man. You keep going.
yeah, it starts.
How
So
does the doctor keep watching you? They keep instructions to you. What they do?
yes. So actually, we can't see them. But while giving the exam, I got hiccups. I was trying to control, but it was quite disturbing. I can't really concentrate when you get hiccups continuously. So I messaged saying that I want to have water. It's difficult for me to concentrate in this way. And he said it's fine. I mean, I can allow, but you have to be within the frame, and no one else has to come within the frame. So I had kept the bottle the backside of the my table. So I
Laptop.
took my laptop in one hand, and I had water in another hand within the frame. So it was fine.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes they
So
allow. Sometimes they ask questions. I think this idea is good. Keeping the water bottle behind you and just pick it up.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Sounds pretty
yeah,
good. Yeah, I think we need basic steps are needed. Water and stuff.
yeah. So yeah, it's good you keep something in arm's reach.
And within 4 hours, you are able to close it. You have a complete little early, close to the time.
Yes, I think I kind of finished like 30 minutes were remaining it.
Ah,
So I finished and I took another 15 minutes to review all the questions. Some I had marked and there was an option to highlight. So even like if even though I'm sure, like if there's another doubt, I have to highlight and keep them. So when I go to that question, so I just have to look at the one I have marked and the highlighted one.
perfect.
So
Pretty good. Pretty good. I think you did a good job. If you're completing 30 minutes prior, it means you're well prepared and well systematic in your exam approach. That sounds really good. Great, Deepa. Good job. And how was your heartbeat when you're clicking the last button?
I was reviewing last two questions, and I was just literally praying I have to clear this exam. I don't want to read again and write the exam again.
Oh, very nice.
So yes, so I had still 10 more minutes. Then I thought, no, let me submit. It's fine. It's okay. So I submitted. I was literally closing my eyes when
Very
I
good.
submit. Yes, like please. Then I submitted, and it just said congratulations, and I was like, it was. I was like, I felt very happy for a moment. Then
Emotional feels start coming out, right?
yeah, yes, it's like a big happiness and a relief also. Finally,
Really
whatever
good.
you did paid off. Yeah.
Some of them who don't take this exam, I know some of them are commenting in the world. Hey, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's not a big deal. For the person who prepared and worked out, for them it's a big deal, right? Uh,
Yeah.
a child who first time starts walking, It's a big deal for the parents to see that. Right? It's the same way,
True.
any small step which gives encouragement, it's a good deal. So,
Yeah.
exam which we have taken here, it is not that day exam. You prepared for 2 months, keeping your future in mind. You invested your time and money. And when you crack it, it gives a confidence I can go more further. Right? It gives a boost
Exactly. Yeah.
that, hey, I can do it. And it's not only at the age of 20, I did great thing. Even now I can do it. So that's a
It's true.
message. See, in college, it was good because our parents paid the fee and we had a good focus there. Now look at the way life is now. Too much of distraction with the personal and
True.
professional. On top of that, you have to read every day and clear a competitive examination, and it needs some energy. Right? So
It does. Yeah.
when you clear it, you'll feel emotional. I have seen some of them literally tears start coming out. Man, right? They feel as if they've seen a god when they say congratulations on the screen.
Exactly. Because even the message says that, your hard work, even it mentions like your hard work paid off and it's,
Perfect. That will last
it's,
only for 3 seconds.
yeah, it does stay for like few seconds and it goes for the review page.
That's
And
it.
when I finished the review, I was like, I saw that message, I'm sure. And I was not really sure. I wanted to see the report sheet because, and
Shriram, man, I put a lot of effort. They show me only 3 seconds. Congratulations. Why don't you show me something grand? Somebody has to clap and say, you did it, man.
I agree, yes.
See, some fireworks should come there. And
Yeah,
but but it comes like a 3 seconds. I say God will appear only 3 seconds. Pray
that's true. I agree.
and
And
sleep.
And definitely PMP is not something where you can just read it over a weekend and write the exams. There are so many exams such, where you just take a class or read it for two days and clear. But PMP is not, definitely not that. It needs a lot of your effort and time.
Course, it's a good course. I know a lot of positive, negative comments in the market. People say that, oh man, it's not a big deal, kind of stuff. I used to hear those things. But again, only when someone crosses through this and utilizes to grow up in career, they know that how beneficial it is. Right? That's very important. Well and good. Great, Deepa. I really appreciated your consistency because I was following up with you for a long time. I found that you're so consistent the way you are and calm and composed. That's what I observed with you. You don't show too hype or too go down. You'll be always steady, right? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Appreciate your efforts and thanks for trusting in what we are saying because there are some times when we say do this, people don't do that. And after 1 month, they come back, Shriram, it's not working. Then I have to tell that I said that do it. Why are you not doing it? And so one thing I found with you is if anything we suggest, we took it very positive and start doing it. So that's very interesting stuff. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the efforts and thanks for coming here to give some tips because
Thank you, Sriram.
somebody to prepare on their career.
Yes.
Right. Good. If you want to tell last one tip to anybody who's just starting preparation, what will be the starting point?
Okay. So one is, yeah, don't start with PMBOK is what I say because it kind of demotivates you. Not everyone, but I personally felt that. So
Okay.
start with either Rita Mulkar head first. That kind of gives you boost as well as because you understand concepts faster. Then yeah, follow the ShriLearning techniques to write the processes. That kind of helps you a lot because when I started, it actually takes more time in the initial days because you tend to miss a lot of processes. And as in when you start doing it, maybe after like 3 weeks of doing that, next time when I was writing, it kind of a lot of things started running in my brain. When I used to say develop project charter, then hey, the inputs are this, the outputs are this happens in this process. So by the end you write it, you kind of finish a revision from first to last, all the processes.
Perfect. Perfect.
So
Great.
so yeah, these two things and all the best. I think if you're dedicated and you're actually putting a lot of efforts and your priorities are set, then I think anyone can clear. It's so, but
I
yes,
like that point perfectly. Dedication, commitment. Great, Deepa.
yeah,
Thanks a lot for coming out here and wish you great success going forward. The PMP be the stepping stone to start. From here, the career goes higher and higher, right? Good wishes from ShriLearning and team. Thanks a lot for your time.
thank you, thanks Shriram, thank you for all the guidance.
Great.